Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm visiting Beningbrough Hall, a beautiful National Trust property just outside the historic city of York in North Yorkshire. Set within peaceful countryside close to the River Ouse, Beningbrough is known for its elegant red brick country house, impressive gardens and changing art exhibitions. It's one of those places that offers a relaxing day out whether you're interested in history, gardening, wildlife or simply just a peaceful walk. In this video we'll have a look around the gardens and see what makes Beningbrough such a lovely place to visit. As you arrive in Beningbrough, the first thing you'll notice is the sense of space and calm. The property sits within wide open parkland with long tree-lined avenues leading up to the hall itself. The hall is a striking example of 18th century architecture. Built in 1716, it's constructed from warm red brick with elegant stone detailing, giving a very balanced and symmetrical appearance. Even before entering the House of Gardens, the setting feels immediately peaceful. It's the kind of location where you can slow down and enjoy your surroundings. The history of Beningbrough stretches back centuries. Originally, the lands here formed part of the medieval forests, a royal hunting forest used by the Norman kings. Over time, the estate passed into private ownership and eventually came into private hands. The current hall was built in the 1700s and is inspired by European architecture. The building itself was likely designed by master craftsman William Thornton and reflects a mix of English, Italian and French design influences. Over the years, the estate has passed through several families, experienced financial struggles and even faced the threat of demolition during the early 20th century. Fortunately, the hall survived and eventually came under the care of the National Trust, where it has been preserved and open to the public. Inside Beningbrough is known as one of the most impressive Baroque interiors in England. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to visit inside the house today, but we will be going back, but I will tell you a little bit about the house. The grand staircase is one of the highlights of the house. It's beautifully crafted and shows off the level of skill involved in early 18th century craftsmanship. The rooms themselves tell stories of families who lived here over the centuries, with portraits, furniture and decorative features that reflect changing tastes of different periods. One particularly interesting aspect of Beningbrough is its partnership with the National Portrait Gallery. Many rooms display historic portraits and artwork, giving visitors a chance to see a fascinating collection of 18th century faces and personalities. In recent years, the house has also hosted rotating exhibitions, blending traditional historic interiors with modern contemporary art displays. For many visitors, the real highlight of Beningbrough is the gardens. The formal gardens cover around 8 acres and are designed to provide colour and interest throughout the year. There are wide herbaceous borders filled with seasonal flowers, carefully designed planting areas, and peaceful pathways that invite you to explore. One of the standout areas is the wall kitchen garden, which dates back to the late 18th century. Here you'll find fruit trees, vegetables, and flowers growing in neat traditional layouts. In fact, the garden contains dozens of varieties of fruit trees and produces crops that are sometimes used by the cafe on site. Depending on the time of year you visit, you might see spring blossom, colourful summer flowers, or autumn fruit and seed heads. In recent years, the gardens of Ming are undergoing something of a renaissance. An award-winning garden designer, Andy Sturgeon, has helped create new garden spaces and a Mediterranean-style garden. These new areas introduce drought-tolerant plants, ornamental grasses, and pollinator-friendly planting that bring a different style to the traditional gardens. As a result, the blend of historic gardens and modern planting areas work well. Beningbrough is also a great place for wildlife. Because of the mixes of gardens, orchards and surrounding countryside, the area attracts butterflies, birds and small mammals. You may also spot butterflies feeding on the flowers on the border or birds moving through the orchard and woodland areas. It's a peaceful setting that makes a pleasant space to sit and enjoy the natural environment. If you're visiting with family, Beningbrough has plenty to offer. There's a wilderness play area designed for children with climbing frame swings and an area to explore. During the school holidays, the National Trust runs activity trails and family events that encourage children to explore the gardens and learn about nature. The wide lawns also provide plenty of space for picnics and relaxing on sunny days. Like most National Trust properties, Beningbrough has good visitor facilities. There's a cafe and restaurant area where you can grab refreshments during your visit, as well as a shop selling books, gifts, and garden items. The site is also fairly accessible with well-maintained paths and open spaces that make walking around comfortable and enjoyable. Overall, Beningbrough Hall is a lovely National Trust property that combines history, art and beautiful gardens. It may not be as dramatic as some of the large castles or abbeys in Yorkshire, but its charm lies in its elegant, peaceful atmosphere. The gardens are beautifully maintained, the house has a fascinating history, and the setting makes it an ideal place for a relaxing day out. Whether you're interested in architecture, garden design, art, or simply enjoying a walk in the countryside, Beningbrough offers something for everyone. If you're exploring the York area, Beningbrough Hall is definitely worth adding to your list. It's a place where you can slow down, enjoy nature, step back into centuries of English history, and with the gardens that change throughout the seasons, it's always something you return to again and again to see something new. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and consider subscribing as it will help the channel grow. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you on the next one. Please enjoy the remaining footage of Beningbrough Hall.